I am copy this video because it is the space God plan, God will, you can say, or God command to angel to I bring in this in the news video. You Canada did serious crime behind my future, behind my mission, behind my money even for a couple of years ago by India culture in the Facebook, by Muslim terrorists in Canadian Security Service you give job. And because your country is supporting this. And they came behind my internet, behind my case, costing me serious damage, my economy, when finance, when many people was trusting me, was going to send me money. You did cost Canadian security, but your RCMP special costing me serious from that day crime behind my future. So what you did, I bring it to here. What you did, I bring several flood to your country after. And finally, I asked to God, biggest fire must hit to this country to bring this country under world news investigation, world can see. And God released in this.
It is chaos, really. You hear the emergency sirens going. But I need to show you, it's not just on the border. This is Fort McMurray.
You can see that this fire happening after 47 days. When your country was on the fire, all the news, YouTube people came to the YouTube by different language. Oh, Canada is in the fire. Oh, raising Canada in the fire. Especially Arab people came with the Arab language. They make song, video song for your country when Fort McMurray was in the fire. So you was in trouble, but this fire was going to hit. Plan was to completely crush down at least 4 provinces by fire and bring in bankruptcy from to your government, because who is going to pay to Edmonton? All the oil pipe was on the fire to hit everything. You're talking about at least few $100 trillion was the damage. That time plan was making your government bankruptcy. But when this happening, I show you right now why fire be stopped after 47 days. Look into here.
But Mr. Speaker, Fort McMurray is a place where Canadians have come from all across this country. It's a tough day for Albertans, but we will persevere. Thank you.
So when this lady come on the news, I see that on the news, and God told me, you see? And I say, yes. And God told, let's go. And fire be stopped after 3 days. 47 fire be stopped after 3 days because of this lady. So what happening after? You did not give up. You carry on by Muslim piece of shit in your Canadian Security Service and by India piece of garbage in your country, Canadian Security Service. You did not change, Mr. And you caused me serious trouble. So I want to return back to the what you facing before.
After all, and then gradually, that's when we started to hear the trees coming down, and then the lines started coming down. Trees were falling on the lines, and the lines were falling down on their own because of the weight of the ice that was building up on there.
Then we lost power for more than half of the province.
So basically, this is the plan, Mr. I believe was 1859, I don't know when was which year, but this is the plan. You facing this serious breaking down the cable, all your cable, electricity, the ice storm. This can happen in 2021, after tsunami, after this tsunami coming to your country. So I will send you, Mr. Plan is breaking down your government system, but in Ottawa, Quebec, Montreal coming 4 provinces first, because if you facing at least 10 million houses building, everything be crushed down, you don't have money to fix it. That is the subject you are looking for. You cost me my money to not I get my money in my hands, but you must believe Canadian Security Service, RCMP, your government will be shut down and say we cannot pay money anymore. We are done. We are bankruptcy. Because you took the serious step to my step and cost me serious crime. But watch
only
this.
really understand the enormity when you see these pictures. An earthquake so strong it literally shifted the Earth's axis by about 25 centimeters. It all started at the epicenter near Sendai, 230 miles northeast of Tokyo. Shock waves that gave birth to a massive tsunami that started 35 minutes later. Saigai, the Japanese word for disaster.
So
Tsunami reached 23 feet high in some.
So this is the message coming here, because I don't want your country even exist. I can be honest to you. So how your country can be removed from the ground completely? Your money must be destroyed. So how your money can be destroyed? By this method. Top 10 to tsunami in the world.
Worst tsunamis in history.
So top 10 tsunami in the earth able to break down your government system, which is I told I want investigation to this building, and this building must be completely destroyed, crashed down by biggest earthquake, biggest tsunami, biggest evacuation ever would see one country, their capital city be destroyed. You own me, your department for the Arab crime. In that department to Toronto, you give job. I don't know. India for sure 100%. Iran here, I don't know 100%. They was behind the subject. They did. You be responsible for all this. But India and Arab culture for 100% costing this attack coming to your department by biggest evacuation to tsunami ever would see one country been hit and the disaster by the space attack. So you are facing this from space, angel forcing very soon coming to investigation by major disaster in your capital city to full city, and you facing command space these people by the seven archangel, the Michael. They've been commanded by God to stand up to bring in your country on the biggest national emergency evacuation ever will see one country being hit by ice storm 100%, sir. Because your weakness is the winter and ice storm, and God know your weakness, country. So ice storm can take over whole thing your country completely. I can say 5-7 city province gone completely. So if you did not face that, but don't misunderstand, you are not going to face that. You are facing biggest ice storm ever been hit on the record by this tsunami, which is the Japan earthquake being released to your capital city, Ottawa, Mr. You are under criminal investigation, this department. You are under criminal investigation for serious crime behind my future you did by this building to the Toronto, to the Kapla city, to the Kapla province. So what is you are going to face? Your government, you must pay 700 trillion Canadian Security Service Ottawa to me, and your RCMP building must pay same time 700 trillion. Yani both your department must pay $700 trillion to my investigation be stopped. And we understand that you don't have this money, your Canadian Security RCMP. Who is going to pay that? Your government is going to pay that. You can see that your government is going to pay by this, Mr. By this disaster coming to your country. You own me, and you must believe I am bringing to you biggest word Canadian Security Service RCMP to your government, and your government coming on the news and tell we cannot pay anymore. We must shut down department. We are bankruptcy. We cannot have any more money to pay. And this video is going to go to European government, not sending you Canada money, because God gives this wisdom to send this information to European must freeze your country to not send you one penny when you're facing the disaster. You're going under world news for donation. No country allowed to give you donation according to God to these people. If country give you donation after tsunami, earthquakes, flood happening to your country, hitting your country soon, country give you donation, that country be shut down. China, United States, whenever they cannot give you donation, because plan is breaking down your government system by this missile.
Places nearly twice the height of me standing on Chris's shoulders, for example. And that wall of water is primarily the cause of a death toll that is in the hundreds, but is certain to rise, with 88,000 people in Japan still unaccounted for.
This tsunami is raising by me, mister, and my war is want to come to your country by international words use.
Of note, we will not be counting earthquakes, although most tsunamis are caused by them. We're focusing on purely the fatalities of the ensuing tsunami and effects. South Chile, 1960. Arguably the biggest earthquake ever recorded in history, reaching a 9.5 N magnitude.
You are facing, Mr. 7.7 earthquakes in here. By my force, my investigation to your country, because I told I cannot lose the war. That is impossible. God know that. Because angel of God raising behind me, they bring in Sodom and Gomorrah to your department and to your country. They know that already. They know me. They cannot lose me, because end of the world happening. You be killed. Many people be killed inside your country. Your department completely be destroyed and many be killed if I lose the war. But I must win the war. And how I can win the war? You must pay me, as I told you, Mr. In short time, 700 trillion we can put it on the side. You must pay me at least $7 trillion Canadian security. RCMP, we can say I pass because of this lady, because of these people here. I be merciful to you, Mr. Because you don't know me, who I am. And you don't know really who they are, Mr. Sodom and Gomorrah. Maybe you're taking joke, this one, but this is not joke. This is Sodom and Gomorrah evacuation. Look like making one country completely crushed down, and their people come on the news crying for God, asking for God for mercy. So before they asking for God for mercy, I tell you